I am Christopher Ashley, the director of Lucky Stiff.
And marker?
I opened the script, and by page 5, I had this wave of, this is so fun, it's so engaging. And by the time I finished it, I thought it reminds me so much of caper movies from the 1970s. I loved What's Up Doc with Barbra Streisand and Ryan O'Neal. It takes place in London and New York and Atlantic City and finally Monte Carlo. It's got this like really restless race through its story. And I think movies tell stories of journey really beautifully.
This is Monte Carlo.
I turned on the music from previous productions of it, and there's 5 songs that are already classics. If you sit in audition rooms and listen to actors try to convince you that they're the one for your musical, you hear these songs all the time. Times Like This, a complete standard, and I love Lynn and Stephen's voice. I just think they're tremendously clever writers of extraordinary roles for actors.
A simple walk together. At times like this, I sure could use a dog.
Nice. Good, perfect.
There's so much kind of heart and eccentricity and talent in our cast. It's a huge lead. I mean, he's in almost every frame of this movie, and you really have to feel for this guy so effortlessly. And we saw hundreds of actors for this role, and he was the one who came in, and everybody in the room stood up and said, "Who is this guy? He is pure charm. There's something that's so appealing and so effortless about him. He really sings. Turns out he really dances as well." And he was one of those people who walked in and said, "This is my role. You have to give it to me." And we did.
I'm taking you movie.
I mean, it was fun in the theater, but
I'll
it's
tell you
gotta read
what,
in a film.
let's hear back.
Stephen and I sat down and started talking about what do we want the film score to sound like. You know, he's already written all these wonderful songs. And you know, what can a film orchestra give you? And some of that is size and all the colors that come with a 25 or 30 person orchestra. And some of that is because I really wanted to set it in 1970. There's all these plot points of Rita takes a gun on a plane, which you can't do anymore. And there's things about the story that make no sense after the internet. And the fact that Lynn and Stephen knew this material so well was an incredible gift up front as we were recording the music, as I was still learning, what it was and what it could be. And then, you shoot it, and you're listening to these recordings you made 6 months ago, and I'm really pleased with them. I think that they're really rich and really funny, and really tell the story and explore character. As we were shooting it, I loved the boarding house more than anything. I love the song. It's just so creepy and weird, the whole little room we created. I love Jane Huddy-Shell. I just thought she was hilarious as we were shooting it. There was dogs, there was special effects, there's stew bubbling, there was rain. Everybody was kind of damp, and it's like we were trying to create a London that is a place that you want to get away from. And I just thought it was that in the funniest possible way.
Good. All right, we're ready.
I'm Chris Ashley, and I'm a Lucky Stiff.